All right, 5-9 gamers, welcome back to the Ultra Space Time Podcast, episode 71. It's pizza time. And before we start, as always, Twitch Prime is not a crime. If you want to support us and you have that free Prime sub, consider dropping it on our Twitch to support this stream. It would mean a lot. And also, if you're on YouTube, make sure to drop us a like and a subscribe. It will greatly amplify our channels and podcast visibility. And with that said, I can already see the chat going wild. Today, we are joined by Mr. Weekend himself, Ironcane. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, guys. Happy Legends Weekend, everybody. I feel like people are forgetting how good Legends Weekend is, but always make sure to get your weekend medals and get the Legends Limited Z Power, people. Please.
Facts. Who could forget that if they're following you on Twitter? So make sure to follow him on Twitter and get reminded of the greatness that is Legends Weekend. We also are joined by my fellow co-content lead, Azdeek. What's up, dude? Free to play. Hey,
Deek. What's up? Yep. What's going on, guys? Just happy to be in the presence of the creator of this weekend.
Yeah, he just put his pay to play away, and he got caught in 4K by Swift. What's up, man?
No.
Yo, what up, fam?
And last but never least, we are joined by our Swedish voice acting banana friend, BattleAmore. How are you, man?
Hello, everybody. I'm doing really fine. And this weekend, we are talking about good stuff. And so I hope everyone have a good weekend. And thanks to Ironcane, of course. We have a lot of good weekend.
Yes, sir.
It's always a good weekend when there's Legends Weekend, right?
Of course.
Alrighty, so the topics today, we're going to talk about the full power Frieza Zenkai. We're going to talk about, obviously, the new free-to-play 21. We're going to talk about the new units. Since I was talking to Azdeek last week, we briefly went over them, but now we can see how they are actually holding up in PvP. We will talk about the new edition that is the Ultra Spacetime Rush Lite. It was even named after the podcast, which is great. And we will talk about the new Frieza Saga unique equip and a small discussion. Do you think Zenkais are coming every week now? And with that said, let's jump in. Azdeek, did you Zenkai the full power Frieza yet? How far is he and why do you like him?
He's only Zenkai 1, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. But I really do like him a lot. I watched a bunch of showcases, right? Especially the ones put out by Goresh, right? Like he's like the face of LOE at this point. And I like him a lot. I like him enough to the point, and I think I've seen him enough to the point where I want to go ahead and confidently say that he is better than LF full power Frieza. And I think you can run them on the same team in certain situations, right? You can always run the a yellow blue setup. I think I've seen once or twice. And but overall,
or yellow green.
Yeah, that too. He is just such a wall, dude. Like he is an absolute wall. Coupled with the fact that you're always going to be using basically always going to be using LOE at this point with the revival Frieza, who's going to be constantly healing, right? And so you just have this guy who can potentially just stop combos. You have this guy who has endurance nullification on the blue cards. He's so tanky, and you're also going to just be getting that healing. So even the damage that you take, you're slowly going to just start seeing yourself just eat all the damage, heal it all up, and you still are going to be even doing better or doing good damage overall, right? I think the biggest thing here too is just the fact of having that endurance, right? That's what you have now. You have endurance on the team, you have a revival on the team, and and then it's just the support has always been there, right? You can always run a support unit with the LF Frieza, even with the full power Frieza, the free to play Frieza, right?
The green one,
Yeah, so I think overall this team is just so damn stacked right now. Like, it's actually a threat. I remember saying this in one of my videos the other day. When I go up against LOE, I used to be like, oh, there's nothing to worry about, right? Nothing to worry about. It's just LOE. But now when I go against LOE, I'm like, oh, damn. Like, I have to I actually get a little bit nervous, a little scared, right? Because they're actually a threat now. They're very, very solid. But I really like this Frieza a lot. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that he'll age better than LF Frieza until he gets like a significant buff? Or do you guys think he doesn't hit that mark?
I think he's actually really good. I agree with a lot of the points you made. He's super tanky. Obviously, he's got the endurance. It just gives LOE more options, and that's something that they've needed for a long time now. Like, now you actually get to choose, like, do I want to have endurance, or do I want to use, the LF Frieza that nullifies endurance? It just gives the team more options. And I think the beauty of this Zenkai is he's not really restricted to LOE. Like, you know, you obviously can run him on LOE. That's going to be his main team. But, you know, the beauty of the leader slot nowadays, I've been seeing people throw him on like mono purple, like literally like a mono purple team with the Zenkai Frieza in the leader slot, and it gives mono purple a strong yellow with endurance with a hard hitting blue card. And, you know, I've just been seeing actually a lot of other setups where people are just throwing this guy in the leader slot, and it actually works really well. So I think he's actually really damn good. Is he like, you know, the best Zenkai in the game? Probably not, but he is very, very good, and he definitely holds his own ground.
Yeah.
One thing I have to say is that actually, you said that he is good because he has endurance, and it's great that the team also has revival. Honestly, I think that his value actually got diminished a little bit because the team already has revival, and everybody and their brother now nullifies endurance on their ult. So it's kind of, you know.
Well, it's just the thing. It's just having that option, right? Like if you go into PvP and you have this guy in your team, you have the Revival Frieza on your team, and then you have the other yellow full power, the LF full power Frieza. You have a lot of options. You can choose, okay, do I need to use the LF Frieza to nullify the enemy endurance, or do I need to bring endurance of my own? Or does he have a unit that nullifies endurance? Okay, now if he has that, then maybe I bring the Revival instead. It's just having those options, because you never know who you're gonna match when you're jumping into PvP. You're always taking a gamble. So, and like I said, that's just something that LOE has needed for a while now. Is just they just needed more options, and now they definitely have it.
Yeah, and I would even go as far as to say that it doesn't diminish it just because of the fact that you have two units that could possibly just are canceling out your Rising Rush, right? Two units that you have to be consistently aware of, to the point where you're almost forcing your opponent to think about, like, do I just toss out this rush and get something out of the way? Do I just want to get a life out of the way right here? Because, yeah, if you get them low enough, you can go ahead and just go into a different character, maybe ult them, try to get their endurance out of the way, nullify it, right? But at the same time, it's like I'm saying, this guy is so tanky, right? Especially if you build him like defensively. Like, it's crazy how much he can actually eat right here. And so just having him right there is just a threat on its own for just the LOE team overall.
And, you know, it's not like you're, like, obviously you're not restricted to bringing one or the other, you know, in certain situations. If you want to bring revival and endurance, that's just going to make things that much harder for your enemy to rush, kind of like Azdeek was just saying. Yeah. So, at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing that they just have more options now.
I mean, that's fair. And I remember LOE being the meme, and now LOE actually is a team. So that's pretty cool.
They're good. If you go look at like top ranks right now, I see a lot of people like in the top like 50 still using LOE right now.
From meme to team, I love it.
Yep.
What do you think, Iron? You playing the team at all?
I'm personally not playing the team, but from what I fought, the Frieza is good, man. The reduction of ki is good. Just, I feel like LOE is a powerhouse for sure, so just having more defensive options just makes them a lot more viable. But, Palm, you were like kind of saying how like he isn't as viable with the blue Revival Frieza. I just want to throw the question out there. Do you guys think the Revival is better than the full power, or vice versa?
Revival is better, I think. Right?
Are you asking, wait, hold on. Are you asking which unit is better, or are you asking is Revival or Endurance better?
Which unit?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I would say the Zenkai is probably better. If you're just directly comparing the Zenkai Frieza to the Revival Frieza, I would say the Zenkai is probably overall better. That's just my opinion. But then again, I don't even run LOE, so I'm not the best person to ask.
I think I would go Revival. I think this Frieza is really like the glue that holds down LOE right now. Like, because Cooler ain't cutting it no more. EX Frieza definitely ain't cutting it no more. Yeah. And this guy, just the fact that he's almost like the Vados of the team, right? Like, he's healing him. He does provide support, right? If I remember correctly, or
he heals 5% to Frieza Force. Or LOE, I mean.
Yeah, so he's doing all that stuff. He has the Revival just in general, and he can go type Nooch on the actually
revive,
popping that first. Yeah. Yep, take some Dragon Balls as well, so he can kind of mitigate the effects that Gogeta 4 has on him. In a way, I really do. I'm a big fan of the Revival Frieza. I want him so bad.
So-
To be honest, though, the one thing I don't like about his Dragon Ball destruction is that you get that main only after you probably tossed him into the rush to trigger the revival in the first place.
Yeah, that is true.
So
Yeah,
you're
that is
basically
one
just you're
downside.
stalling the second rush, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I think they mostly put that in there just to counter out Gogeta 4 and maybe specifically the Blue Boys, right? Because when the Blue Boys pop a revival, they take 2 Dragon Balls. Right? So after
Yeah, and they get them as well, yeah. Like they steal
Yeah,
them
so
from you, basically.
Yeah, so you can kind of like mitigate that right there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, Revival Frieza, yeah, Scott, he heals 5% on switch out. And honestly, I think that the revive in a way is also better because it's not cancelable. I mean, sure, it's cuckable. So basically, if the right unit kills the revival, they steal Dragon Balls, he comes back with less HP, whatever. But it's not like an ult can just negate the revival outright. I feel like they also have different roles a little bit, where Full Power Frieza is the pizza delivery guy, and I think that the Blue Frieza is just a little bit more well-rounded, where also his green card is comboable into more like every other card rather than just the blue card, but it's also harder to land it. Like, because if you miss that, that's such a high risk move because it's a long animation. It's like Super Vegito's blue card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you miss it, free combo.
Yep. That is true.
So what equips do you guys think are the best for this guy for Full Power Frieza?
Honestly, I would just copy and paste Garesh's equips. I'm gonna be real honest. Like you put on the defensive based equipment, in my own opinion. That dual on the vanishing planets, that platinum equip. There's another one where it's like a base health. I think there's 2 of them with a couple of them with base health, right? But there's one with it's like Hra, something like that. It has like the first one freeze on it. It's like a pinkish vibe. It has base health and then
Yeah.
blast defense and strike defense.
Yeah.
Yep, 15% to both defenses and I think like 10-12% HP.
Yeah, exactly. Those equips right there, the ones that he's running, and then also that middle slot right there with that Frieza, with the Frieza face on it. I forget which one that one is called, but if I remember correctly, it gives pure blast attack.
Yep.
Up to 6%
Mm-hmm.
per Frieza Force or lineage or evil.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So, honestly, I think those are pretty solid.
Fair enough. Any other opinions?
I was just gonna ask
mean-
you guys, do you see more value in building him like all pure defense, or like doing a little mix with like having some special move in there, blast attack, or just going like pure?
I mean, I feel like in
defensive?
this today meta, the more tanky your units are, the more they can survive. And with an endurance unit that this unit is, and he is specifically a defense type, I think that more defense and HP will go really long for a long game.
Yeah, I agree with that, because I think if you're jumping into PvP with this yellow Frieza, your one of your biggest weaknesses is going to be watching out for the blue boys, nullifying
Vegeta,
endurance.
yeah.
Like, yeah, they switch to Vegeta, they pop a blue card, and in those situations, you're either going to want to swap out or you're going to want to try and tank as much as you can. So I would personally probably build them defensively, and then obviously some blue card damage and stuff like that is going to be a bonus, but. Once again, I don't even run LOE. You guys don't even want to see my equipment options for LOE.
Yeah, dude, same here.
Honestly, one equip that I also really like for him is the one that is the first slot on Chilled, which gives him 20% blast damage and 20% special move, because that makes those pizzas even more deadly. Your ass gonna hurt the next day like you ate some Chipotle or something.
Yeah, though this Full Power Frieza's pizzas are very unique for their own, because this Frieza is the only one that can use it, and with this ability to nullify endurance, it's kind of crazy, especially when there is so many endurance units. And it is for 3 timer counts, and if they attack right away and you have a rush, they will die.
Yep, I've seen that in action as well. And then just coupled with the fact that you pretty much run this guy with the purple Ella Frieza a lot of the times, right? And maybe not every time, but him holding that blue card, him being able to pull that blue card, it's really deadly.
Yeah, and the lowest you can get that blue card is like 9 cost, and that's crazy.
Yeah, that's absurd.
It costs less than the Strike and Blast Arch, and yeah.
Yeah, one thing I read that somebody said is that if you bring both, full power and the purple LF Frieza, that the full power ski recovery seems just normal at neutral seems to be higher than some units when they're charging. Like this guy has so much key recovery, it's insane.
Yeah.
Dondre says he probably don't need any extra defense besides the Namek Plat. I definitely trust his judgment on that.
Yeah.
I would too. So what, you just put more pure on there? So just run the Namek Plat and then you just do 2 pures?
I would actually go for the I'll destroy you all or whatever it's called, the 20% blast and 20% special move, because 20% special move is massive.
Yeah, that is true too.
Yeah.
Especially since, he pulls one on his main ability, plus, as you said, purple Frieza supplying with 1 extra. So, and then if you do play him like Goresh on the screen here, with the green Frieza, the green free to play, you also have another one on main that you could potentially just then give to that full power Frieza.
Okay.
So yeah, I think special move, definitely a good stat for him.
Overall, I'm very happy that LOE got this much support that they needed, because they really been really needing Miracle, and they got it, and it's just insane how good they are now, especially with their health restoration being on extreme levels.
Oh yeah, massive.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely deserved it, man. There was a long time where LOE just wasn't even an option for a lot of people. So I think they deserved it.
And one thing I like is that they didn't pull a GT and made all of the LOE units like premium. GT last year where you had like 3 Zenkais in the span of a month or something, but all of them were 7k chronos. And then you get an LF, which is kind of mid, but still, and then you get LF Gogeta on the anniversary. It's like, okay, how is everybody supposed to have that many chronos? That's just pretty, it's pretty rough. So here now we have 3 Zenkais. We get an All-Stars unit, which if you pull them on the daily, you can take the missions if you get it early enough to actually 6-star him easily, with all the Z power lying around. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if I'm going to talk if LF Frieza or full power Frieza is which one is better between those full power, I would say it depends on what you pulled, because this Frieza is more of a everyone should have this unit, and if you don't have like LF Frieza, this unit is a very good second.
Depends on who you're fighting too. Like let's say I was running an LOE team, even though I don't. Let's say I was. If I jump into PvP and I match a double endurance future team, then I'm gonna want to have the LF Frieza just to be able to rush whenever I want. But if I'm not having to worry about endurance and stuff like that, then maybe I bring an endurance unit of my own and I bring the Zenkai Frieza. So I think it really depends like who you're going up against.
True.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But in a vacuum, at 14 stars each, I still prefer the LF because blast armor, because AoE damage, because vanish restoration on main, which saved my ass so many times when I was locked in against Gogeta that I don't even know how many times. But you kill a unit, you get locked in against Gogeta, you're like, all right, I still got my main. You vanish, you pop it, maybe time stop at the right time and actually get your combo, and then you're out of the lock. So personally, I think that his kit is a bit more well-rounded, whereas the full power Zenkai is more towards disruption. I think what would be broken is if the Zenkai green card would be on the LF full power.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And I think another thing about the LF Frieza is the fact that he just reduces, and I think it's only by 1, but he reduces enemy Dragon Ball. Like every time he comes into the battlefield. So and that's something that is actually huge. Like it's when you're in the middle of a PvP fight, that's not really something that you're thinking about too much, but it's still something that impacts the fight for sure. It just delays the enemy rush basically.
Yeah, and then also Scotty just said green card reduces sub counts as well, which is also going very well in line with the entire LOE team, because LF purple Frieza does that by 3, full power Frieza does that by 3. And then if you play the Revival Frieza as well, he also does that on his main ability, I think also by 3. So you can play around with sub counts a lot, especially if you use the green cards with the purple LF, of course, where you just, immobilize the opponent. and then you can just switch into, I don't know, your full power and then throw out an LOE blue card. An AoE blue card. Yeah, LOE too.
God, I didn't even realize how that revival Frieza is actually insane. I'm looking at his kit right now. Holy cow.
For sure. But yeah, I feel like that's a lot about LOE. So I'm looking forward to hear what our good man BattleAmore has to say about Android 21 right now.
Yes, the main thing to talk about here. Here we go. The Android 21, the free-to-play Android 21. So far, I have only been able to get it to 13 star because why, Legends, do you time gate these things? Let me just grind everything right away, please. But yeah, this Android 21 that is a red unit is pretty okay actually, because she does the damage with her blast damage and blue card. And it's insane how she works really well with the team of 21. Because with the blue 21 support, she gets all that buffs from the blue 21. And she can heal and gain ki. The problem with this unit is that she cannot take a hit.
Yeah.
That is what in today's meta is that you really need a tanky unit to survive. But else, I really do love her, like a lot. I usually use Android 21 teams, like I really like to use all the 21s as much as I can. And for a free-to-play unit, she's pretty okay. In compared to the green first form Frieza, that is also free-to-play. Frieza, I would say, is a bit better because of immobilized green card, getting many stuff. But this 21 also has her blue card that gains a Dragon Ball, which is insane. She also is an anti-revive. She gets 30% damage inflicted once revive health reaches 0, which I do not get why. Why did she get this? in the game, nothing has proven this that she gets a buff when a revive when she defeats someone and just resurrects itself.
Well, and also that's something that it's not even like that impactful. Like it's nice, but it's not something. It's not going to be like a game changer.
I wish this 30% damage inflicted was for allies, not for her.
Ooh, that would have been nice. That would have been cool.
Then this would have been much better. Like everyone gets that permanent 30%. This is not even permanent. It can be cancelled, which is why.
Because she's free to play. That's why.
Yeah, I know. But for a free-to-play, she get 80% to damage inflicted and 30% to blast damage inflicted when she enters the field. It cannot be stacked. It cannot be cancelled. Like, she has 110 damage inflicted once she enters the field. And she randomly destroys one enemy card, which works really well because if someone would accidentally use the ult and then used another card when she enters the field, you can just remove that card. She also gets a damage cut by 40% for 15 time counts when she's entered the field. Just entering the field. She doesn't even need to cover, which is kind of good. Also, her second ability, every time she faced an enemy, she restores 30 ki. So even though when she appears on the field, she gets that 30 ki. And she has a -5 to own blast and special move arch cost for 10 timer count. And inflict enemy 30% to health restoration minus for 20 timer count. Which is good, because they kind of needed it. Like, everyone has such good health restoration. It's insane. You see LOE now, we see Goku and Vegeta, we see Ultra Gogeta with their health restoration. She also seals enemy strike dodge when she covers, and for 5 timer counts.
That's pretty nice. Yeah, that's actually a nice thing to have. Battle, I'll tell you what, man, one thing you can look forward to, and I don't know when it's going to be, but if you guys remember when Blue 21 came out, I mean, she was pretty good, but, you know, down the road, she eventually got a Zenkai, and that was a free-to-play, you know, Blue 21. So I'm predicting that this Red 21, obviously she doesn't really fit in this meta being red, but, you know, down the line, you know, maybe 4, 5, 6 months, maybe a little longer, who knows, she can possibly get a Zenkai, and then I think that would be a whole different story for how viable she is.
Absolutely. Or we might getting something new that is like Android based, because with all the free-to-play units, there have been collabs with the LF units. Like we got the Frieza, of course, then we got LF Bardock. They were from the same saga. And that is the same with the yellow Goku Black, and then we got LF Trunks. We have got Coke Goku, and we got Ultra Gogeta, and Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah.
So it's kind of insane what they can do. But I really do like this 21. Like I said, she does decent damage. The only thing that I'm back and forth with is her defenses. But else, when it's about damage and gathering the Dragon Balls really quick, this is so good. Especially on her own. Her blast art has damage cut penetration by 20% every time she uses the blast. For 5 timer counts. Minus 20. Well, that is pretty good.
Yeah, that's definitely nice to have. It's not like
Yeah.
anything crazy, but
Yeah, I know. But she has similar C ability as the blue Frieza that we just got. That she gets like blast attack and defense, like 28% if you have Android or Tag region. And then additionally 18% if you have Android and Tag region based blast attack. That means additionally 18%. If she is 14 star, she literally gets like over 40% blast damage for her C ability. And I think that's pretty good. I mean, Frieza does have similar things for the LOE team. And for a free-to-play unit to have this, sure, this works only on the 21s, but if she is leader, she could support every other team with the same thing. So it goes with Frieza. But yeah, for an event exclusive, and that is collab with Dragon Ball Fighters, and I'm calling it now, we have every color except for one 21. We have not a yellow 21. I wonder what maybe will come soon. Please, I beg of you. We need another one. It doesn't have to be an LF one. It can be a spark and normal. Just be a yellow.
What even
Watch
would
will
be
be
her
on
LF
stream.
move?
Huh? You know the good 21 because ultimate art? Do you remember that one?
What, the green one?
Yeah, the green one has that. That ultimate art was originally for the evil 21.
Oh yeah, true.
But they gave it to the good 21, which I do not find one.
Sorry, Iron,
But
you
that
were
was
saying
already.
what?
Huh?
No, sorry, I cut off Iron when he was starting to say something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you were about to say something, Kai?
Oh no, I was just saying it'd be funny if they made like the yellow 21 extreme, like instead of a sparking or an LF.
Why?
Can you
Why
battle
be like
crying?
this? No, don't let it be a sparky.
Sorry, man.
just make her a hero.
Oh no.
Yeah, but then it's going to be Hero Hercule 2.0.
Oh my god. How about no? Oh yeah, by the way, she also get like paralyzed, 50% to paralyze effect, 50%. She has held a strike and a blast, and that blast has some 50% to get paralyzed. Which is annoying.
She inflicts paralysis?
Yeah, with her
Yeah.
blast arch.
Oh, I
She
didn't
holds
even know that.
she holds a
That's
paralysis
interesting.
card.
She holds
50%.
that with the card.
That could be a little annoying.
Just a
It
little.
is. But
Tiny bit.
I find her very good. So far, I have her 13 star, and I love using her with the Android 21 team. But I kind of really want them to stop time gating these things. Just let us grind whenever we want to, so we can have other stuff to focus on. Sure, you just want to, you want to do the event every day. I know you want to calendar like that, but please, just let us grind in right away. I hate this time-gated stuff.
Especially on a unit like this. Like, it's not like this is like a meta-breaking unit. Like, it just,
Yeah.
you know.
I could understand if it's a free-to-play Ultra, but this is a sparking event-exclusive unit. Sure, it's a collab for Dragon Ball Fighters, which I was surprised when we got her, but I do really enjoy what she can do. But please, if you're doing an event-exclusive unit, please just let us farm us right away. You can still have all the missions and stuff, but don't time gate this. We just want this right away. We're 14 stars, so we can showcase. Dude, many content creators hate these kind of things.
But Swift, you're saying she's not meta defining, but you see that the meta is slowly shifting towards yellow now, so who knows? They know stuff we don't.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be honest, I
Hmm?
don't see a meta where this red 21 is like where she becomes like Z tier.
Oh, wow, you're-
I could be wrong, but
No,
I
she's
don't see
definitely
it.
not C tier, but she can handle herself really well. Like if you have a good team with her, she can really do well. Even though you fight like the meta units like Gogeta and stuff, obviously you're not going to bring her. But once you don't see that and you see like mono purple and stuff, you're okay to bring her. No problem.
Well, I know what
Because,
Palms is saying because there is a lot of people running around with like these like either like just really strong yellow units, or I see a lot of like yellow green teams trying to counter mono purple. So I know what Palms is saying. I just don't see this red 21 being
No, I'm
like
just
insanely good unless she gets a Zenkai or something.
Yeah, I know. But she probably will get a Zenkai in the future. Like, not this year, but we also have the green 21. They really do like the 21. Please, we need more Zenkais. We recently got the purple 21, and her base stats was incredible when she's transformed.
Yeah.
True.
I think
But yeah,
go ahead.
I kind of do want to hear for the free-to-play aspect of this. Azdeek, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, so I was just gonna say that I think I only have her at Red Star 3 right now. I think I still need to do the 3 from the story mode. But I like her, and I obviously I love the unit overall, right? Just the 21s, just in general. But it's just I feel like she is just like so inflated in terms of like what you see. Like obviously every single showcase that you see on her is pretty much just with that blue 21, right? It's always going to be with that blue 21 because that blue 21 is going to have the best support for her. But the blue 21 is not necessarily that good either right now.
Yeah.
She's not really meta or anything like that. Her damage ain't so good. How old is she? Like over a year old already?
Yeah.
So she's fallen off significantly, and then coupled with the fact that she's featured right now, right? She's getting the featured boost. And so I can only just see her.
No, she's tier A.
She's tier A? She's not even featured?
It's the same boost
Yeah,
though.
the red one, the red one is featured, but the blue one is not.
No, I'm talking about the red one though.
Yeah, the red one is featured. Absolutely.
Yeah, but also tier A is the same boost as feature boost anyway, so
Okay.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so she's basically the only time we're seeing her is with the featured boost so far. We're only seeing her alongside the blue 21, and the damage still looks very like mediocre. I'm not too sure. I know androids really needed the red, but I feel like as soon as we get an actual summonable red android, I think they're going to take priority of this android. I don't think she's going to be the designated red for androids, like because there's some units where that they're going to keep the spot. Like Revival Frieza came out, right? He is the designated blue. He is 100% going to be that blue. Even if they dropped another blue LOE tomorrow, or LOE unit tomorrow, there's going to be like heavy debate over whether or not he would actually replace Revival Frieza, and I doubt that he would actually replace Revival Frieza. For this Android 21, I feel like if a brand new red Android came out tomorrow, people would instantly just start replacing her. I think it's just a big thing too, though, is that red units right now just get melted. And then Battle, you stated it earlier too, the defenses, dude. I'm literally getting one shot by just one Ultra Gogeta blue card if I get caught up in just a bad situation. Maybe I get punished for a mistake. Ultra Gogeta comes in, hits me with one blue card. That's it. She's done. She's already dead. I like her a lot, but it's just I think the most notable thing that she has, for me at least, is her ability on her blast card, right? Her blast card has the ability to penetrate, sustain damage cut, and I think blue 21 also gives penetration to sustain damage cut on the main ability, if I remember correctly. And so those two coupled together are actually pretty powerful. So sometimes you can see some good damage, but there's a lot of times where it's just like the damage just isn't there, the tanking isn't there, and I just find myself wanting more out of this unit right here, especially compared to the other free-to-play units. Because right now, like, you look at Rose, and I think Rose is still like really good. I still see him a lot. And even with the free-to-play Frieza, that dude is still, he's like the best green on LOE right now, so he's still eating good as well. Even with Clapku, he has found and like almost cemented his spot in mono purple, even though I hate that unit. So I just don't.
I just wish that they gave her like endurance or something.
Yeah, something a little bit more. I definitely was wanting a lot more from her. That's just how I feel about it.
The thing is, like, her main teams, like outside of the leader slot, none of them is in a really good spot right now, I believe. I guess the best team is still like Regen. Like, it's still better than girls, better than androids, but Regen doesn't need her either, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't. they don't. They don't.
And even for androids, right? Like, isn't it a little bit of a problem that like she's, you know, she wants to use blast, and androids is primarily strike based.
Yeah, that's
Yep. Especially with
Yeah,
the,
but
the purple one.
I know at least where she's coming from. Like the blue Zenkai 21, she is literally the evil side of the Majin 21, while this red 21 is not even powerful opponent. So she is literally maybe the green 21, if my focus on that.
I don't know,
Yeah.
androids is in a weird state, man. Because I feel like LOE kind of just need like a couple pieces to make them a complete team. Like androids, I feel like needs a lot, man. I feel like
They
don't
need the
really
whole
have many
puzzle.
good. Yeah, like
Yeah,
their,
but
their one good defensive option is the old Zenkai 17, and like that's it. Like my Cell, I tried to run Cell recently. He got one shot at full health with the gauge filled and everything by a blue card or by Purple Vegeto's ultimate move, man. I'm like, dude, I'm going back to mono purple. Like I don't even know why I bothered. Like I don't know. It's just
How many stars
That's
is
your
your
Cell?
cell?
androids needs a lot.
Yeah,
He's
but
7-star.
Okay.
I think too that the androids are preparing because the movie is soon coming and they are preparing slowly for them to arise. Because
Yeah,
the
dude,
movie
that's
is
what I'm hearing,
containing
man.
about the androids.
Dude, I'm hearing this. I hope the movie saves androids, dude. I really hope it does. Because
Yeah,
they
the
need
problem
to be
though
saved.
is the LF is going to probably be Gohan.
Oh no.
The hybrid's coming back. They've been
Yay.
gone for too long.
I missed them so much.
I know you do.
Every
God.
night my pillow would fill up like a sponge because of my tears.
Man, can they do something new instead? Like when they create an android, could it be like from the Frieza Force? That would have been a both side good thing.
An android from the Frieza Force, interesting.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like a human. Like when you create an android, could be like from the Frieza Force.
Yeah, because they're cyborgs, right? They're like half human,
Yeah.
half robotic. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see that for sure.
Exactly,
I
we
mean, that
don't
would
call
have
them
been interesting.
androids.
We have seen Cell. He's literally a bug man.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. But I mean, also the the region guys. There's so many slugs in there, and one that's literally called it. But yeah, all right. So, what would you say? Like her best teams would be, even with the leader slot. Like, what is a team that is viable to run 21 on?
I mean, the viable team should be more of a whole, either Android's team or there are three teams, like an Android's team or a full team of 21s, or more of a region setup. I mean, I tried her with girls, but the girls team is not really tanky, and with her in addition, doesn't really help that.
I was gonna say, what team, dude? Girls? Who?
Mono
Yeah,
purple.
Yeah.
It's like Dondre and Chad. Like, yeah, do you play them on mono purple?
Yeah, basically, because she doesn't really need, like, she doesn't have any conditions to fulfill, right? You can,
Yeah.
honestly, you could, like, I know it's a meme, but you could make her work on mono purple, or even just alongside, just leader slot her with just some broken units. But either way, she's always going to be the weakest link. She's going to be the one that you want to
Sack
toss out
off.
for fodder. Yeah.
They should have gave her the PvP boost, man, where you get like some extra points for using her. Just to, I don't know. For
Well, she didn't get that?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, the
like,
blue
why
one
else would
got
you?
Oh, the blue one got it.
Was
the
that-
blue
was-
one yoinked it.
Oh damn!
Interesting.
I thought it was
Blue
because it
21
was
got
maybe.
the RP boost.
That's ridiculous.
Really, the blue one got. it.
That's because it was still in the middle of PvP when we got this 21.
Yeah, that's what I was
okay.
thinking.
Wow.
Mm.
That
I'm
makes
not-
no
That's why
sense.
it's the one.
Yeah, she'll probably have it next season. Probably.
Yeah,
You would
I
hope
guess
so.
so.
At that time, she will be probably 14 star.
Well, definitely,
Yeah.
because next season is
Yeah.
Wednesday, which is like 3 more days.
I'm gonna be honest because I don't want to like mislead the viewers. In my opinion, if you're like high ranks, there's probably not a viable team to run with this unit, and that's just my opinion. If
Or
you're top, like
androids.
I'll be dead
Yeah.
honest. If you're top 100 right now, you're not gonna want to use this red 21. That's just how it is.
Yeah, if I'm going to be honest as well, if it's a high rank PvP, sure, in the beginning, absolutely, you can use her, but I do not recommend it in the high PvP because you will see LOE every time, you will see mono purple, you will see Gogeta with either mono purple or fusion. It will hurt a lot because the blue units literally hurts when she's out on the field.
they potentially just one shot you, bro. It's
Yeah.
it's so
And
heartbreaking.
that is not a good thing. That is not
Yeah.
a good thing.
All right,
Else,
and
I
last
think she's
question.
good.
Last question is, what equips would you use on her?
What
Well,
equips?
that plat
I'll-
one, the romantic drive, right? That one's really good. It's one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
that's like almost a must for
You-
a
you
lot
mean
of female
Awaken?
warriors.
yeah,
I mean, Awaken.
yeah.
I heard Plat.
No, he said the romantic drive. He didn't say plat.
I heard the Plat one, Awaken Drive, or
Nope.
something.
Didn't say
I
that.
might be hearing right. Damn it.
I think I mean, maybe your
Ah.
cat is is scratching
Maybe,
at the
maybe,
door.
maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
does she even have a plat?
No.
No.
Okay.
But,
Androids with Plat,
the
dude.
Awaken one, and also the Pure for per region if you're running a full Androids team. Or not Androids, but pure 21 team. Because they are literally region, and the pure blast damage, since she is blast based, will help a lot.
There's one called Awakened. Don't you agree? That'd probably be a good one.
Oh, is it the red one? Is it for red units?
Yeah,
it's
there is for red
Android. It's
Androids.
red Android.
Yeah, I like that
works
one.
too.
That'd be a good one. Awakened. I'm counting on you. She's actually got some decent equipment options. I just don't think this just isn't the meta for her, unfortunately.
Yeah, this meta is not really for her now. That is why we are waiting for the yellow 21's LF. Don't
Sure.
be at extreme.
Sure.
Ignore what Ironcane said about the extreme.
We're getting
Please
another
and
rose.
thank you.
That's it. We're due for another rose. We drew for some more.
Another
future-
one?
Bruh.
Yeah, this is the exact same time they get released the other rose.
Another unit that Speed's never gonna pull. Okay.
Oh,
my
dude, I
God.
just realized she has access to, because there's not many equipments that give you Vanish Gauge recovery. She's got access to a Vanish Gauge recovery equipment.
Yeah, but
it's
Yeah,
that's,
silver.
outside
That's
of that,
silver,
it's pretty
that's the
bad.
spirit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got like
Back in the day, I used to
5%
run
gear
that.
recovery. Wow.
Yeah, it's not
Unless-
a good, I mean, the Vanish is really the only good thing about it.
Wait, which equip is this?
Yeah.
It's-
Unless
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit, yeah.
unless she had like the same green card like Kale and Caulifla or Majin Buu, the LF one, this will not really help. This does not really help.
Fair enough.
Actually, if they awaken that equipment, that's the spirit equip.
Nope.
That'd
It
be
didn't.
sick.
There is an
Imagine,
awaken
dude.
for girls extreme units. I might maybe want a yellow. If she is tier of the same of Goku, maybe.
Okay, I feel like we've talked enough about Simp 21. What? No, but I'd like to.
No.
I think we can
No,
move on.
no, we haven't.
Because otherwise, BattleAmore is never going to be able to sleep because he's so excited. So, yeah, next thing is.
False.
Wait, what?
False.
false.
What do
False?
you mean by that?
I thought you said balls. Okay, so next, I would like to talk about a little how are the units now that we've seen them in action? Because as Azdeek told me last week, the podcast briefly touched on the new units, but since we didn't, we weren't able to play them at that point, couldn't really make a good impression. And I'm only going to talk about Frieza because that's pretty much the unit I've been playing nonstop all week. My Frieza is red 2. I juiced him with a lot of Z power. I pulled him once, I think. And yeah, at 9 or 10, 9 stars, I really, 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 really enjoy this unit, man. Like, I'm playing him with exactly the team you see on the screen here. So I'm playing him with LF Full Power Frieza, and I'm playing him with Purple LF Frieza. And all the sub-count manipulation is just crazy, man. The one thing that I already said earlier is I don't like that he, gets his Dragon Ball reduction only after he revived, because at that point you probably tossed him out into a rush. But I mean, for me, this basically put LOE like back on the map for good, because Green Frieza already made LOE a viable team again with, LF Full Power and Purple Frieza. But this Frieza with Revival, bruh, I love it. Now, I don't know if I could say the same about Kaioken, because I don't know, he seems kind of like he just dies really quickly. But I also haven't played him so much. Any of you guys play Kaioken a bit?
No, but
Nope.
I think he's awful. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know,
Azdeek.
dude,
No.
dude, Iron. So actually, this is perfect because me and Iron were chatting it up with Kuba the other day with Kuba, and he came into the stream and he was like, dude, I'm getting a bunch of hate because I don't think Kaioken Goku is that great. And all of us in there were like, yeah, dude, he really isn't. Like, he is paper thin, man. Like, he just folds so damn easily, right? Like, you get your hands on him, like, yeah, he is a gimmick character, but he relies too heavily on the gimmick of just being able to recover your vanish over and over, right? Because what he does, he gets it on his main ability, and then he has it in his actual kit passively. What is it, up 3 times, or is it 2 times?
I think it's 2, right?
So yeah, so
it's not even over and over. It's just like twice. Okay.
So you can do some flashy stuff with it. You get a little bit of style points right there, but you're not really going to. When we were looking at him on paper in last week's podcast, I think we just overestimated him a little bit, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to overestimate him, just because at the beginning, right? Because you want them to be good. ZVG was saying like this could potentially be like he will just snipe the purple Vegeta right from the Goku Vegeta counterpart, and he didn't really live up to that, right? Because they market him like they always do. They over exaggerate when they market these characters. They're like, this will be like the counter to mono purple, like he will be the purple killer. He has this buff against purple units, and
just like Ape Vegeta, huh?
Yeah, as soon as he sees a mono purple team, bro, like he just gets snapped in half. So I don't know. How are you guys feeling about Kaioken?
Bro, I don't think I've seen him in PvP a single time. Like, I'm not even kidding. I don't think I've seen him literally once.
Oh
It just
my
means
God.
people haven't pulled him Swift, that's all.
I have never pulled him. I only pulled Frieza, but when I faced against him in PvP, I was not that impressed.
Yeah.
Like all I see was like he combos a lot, but I saw no damage.
Yeah.
Even with when he attacked Blue 21, I saw no damage. I was like, well, you should do damage to me. What is this? Did you soul boost your unit or not? I don't know. That's what it felt for me.
He put a ZVG move and put the car equip on 3 times.
It was just insane for me. Like, he did no damage, and I was surprised. While Frieza is fantastic, I see the damage clearly compared to this Goku. The only annoying thing about this Goku was the vanish.
Yeah.
But else, getting all of that combos, trying to do, I barely saw anything. I mean, I do like his art and everything, but not when he's trying to do something. Like, I saw no damage, and that's what the units kind of needed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's obvious. I think Frieza was, really the headliner unit for this banner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he should,
Frieza's insanely good. Oh, go ahead.
I feel like this Goku should have damage against blue units instead.
Yeah.
Like, instead of
both.
purple, it would have been more for blue units, like to counter Gogeta instead of Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah. I think so too. Or honestly, because I also really expected him to, because a lot of units, I've been seeing like that upwards trend of units having this type neutrality, right? You saw it with even with this Revival Frieza right here. He doesn't have any type neutrality, right? Anything like that.
Nah, it doesn't.
He should have. I think he would have been a lot better if he actually was able to get that, especially since he does have that buff against purple units. And imagine going type neutral right there in that situation. Like, he would have benefited from it a lot. I think it would have been a lot more viable. I really just don't think they put the same amount of effort into his kit as they did with this Revival Frieza. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but yeah, like how Swift said, this Revival Frieza completely is just the spotlight of this, right? When you go into this banner, you're summoning on this banner. If you are summoning on this banner, you are praying just to walk out with the Frieza rather than the Kaioken Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're 100% right about the type neutrality thing. I was actually just about to bring that up. One of the things that when I look at green units and like a viable green unit, I think one of the reasons Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is so damn good is the fact that he has the option to go type neutral on his main ability, but he also has that thing built into his kit where any incoming damage, even if it's type disadvantage, like he only takes type neutral damage. And I think that is something that really gives Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta that extra survivability. And I think going forward, you know, we look at the meta right now, we have Blue Boys, we have Ultra Gogeta, we have all these really powerful units. And if they're going to be dropping, you know, green units, if they're going to be dropping red units, even if they're dropping yellow units, because obviously Blue Boys can go back and forth, I think type neutrality, either type neutrality or the thing that Gogeta has where any incoming damage is just type neutral no matter what. I think that is the type of thing that we're going to be needing on like any future upcoming like green units if we want them to be good in the meta. I think that, you know, being able to go type neutral or take type neutral damage really adds a lot to it, to their kit, and it really, I think, makes units a lot better, especially in this meta.
I like Bardock, who only takes no type neutral damage. Lul.
Well, because think about it. The Blue Boys literally can just go back and forth. Like, yeah, they're purple, but they can just switch their element factor. So being able to either be type neutral or take type neutral damage, it can really save your ass in a lot of different situations.
Yep.
One thing I find... Sorry, go ahead, Aaron. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. You're good. I was going to say, the only time I really see this Goku shine is like when he's got priority over the Vegeta side of Goku and Vegeta, but besides that, he's kind of just, you know, whatever. I was kind of like memeing in my head and kind of be funny to run him against or run him with like the instant transmission, the red free-to-play Goku where you use the green card and you can use the green instant transmission. You could just like manipulate that and that'd be kind of memey and funny. Like obviously you would get folded if you got like, you know, lose priority once, but you know, something I was thinking about. But yeah, I feel like he's only really good against the Vegeta side of Goku and Vegeta. He's not really that impressive otherwise. And like Swift said, I have not seen him a single time in PvP.
Yeah, I haven't seen him either.
The funny thing is I haven't even heard that he is good against the Vegeta side. I feel like people saying he still dies to like a blue card of Vegeta sometimes if you're in an unlucky spot. So, and the funny thing is too that I heard before, people are liking the Kaioken Goku so much better. You know, I think before the units actually dropped, they just based off the kit, people were like, yeah, he gets Vanish, he gets this, he gets that. And I'm like, okay. And now people play him and they're like, oh, damn, I was mistaken.
Yeah. And I feel like part of that is just due to the fact that, like, we all realize how powerful Vanish Restoration is, whether it's, you know, you're getting your Vanish back immediately or you have some type of increased Vanish Restoration. I think we're just so used to seeing that and that being like such a damn good ability. Like, I'm sure people saw that and they were like, oh, this guy's going to be busted. And then, you know, he comes out and obviously he's just not all that. So I feel like that's probably why. But I saw a lot of people, you know, excited for the Frieza too. You know, his LOE's basically, I think, is their first revival unit that they've gotten. So I think people were excited for both. But yeah, I think for the Kaioken, people were just, they saw that Vanish Restoration and they got excited.
Fair. All right. I would say we can move on. And the next topic is something that I totally did not expect. It caught me out of left field. And that is that we got the Ultra Spacetime Rush Light. Ironcane, how do you feel about that? And did you expect that?
Oh, dude, I of course I expected it. Palm is something I've been asking for like since the game was created. No, dude, I had no idea this was coming out. I don't think anybody did. But I mean, it's nice. It's kind of just extra Zenkai coins that you get. You get the same amount of rewards, which is interesting. I don't think anybody expected that either. I kind of figured you would get less, but no, you get the exact same amount. So it's good for people that want to get these free Zenkais or just get the memories to awaken equipment and stuff like that. But they're nice. They're easy. I just kind of ran auto and a game just played itself and I got these free rewards. No Chrono Crystals. Unfortunately, they still have been true to their word where they're not giving Chrono Crystals back for these types of modes. But it's nice. Just some extra freebies. You know, it is a little bit of a time sink, but it's, you know, the same battles. It's just 5 for 3 and 2, and then 3 for the first one. So yeah, I mean, more free rewards. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Yep.
For a new player, it's a game changer. Like, if you just started the game, something like this is going to help you out a lot.
Dude, for free-to-play players, dude, when I saw this, and I was like, oh my god, I can start getting some more Zenkais, bro. I was so happy.
Also, memories, erasers, you know, whatever you need. And I feel like it's not even that much of a time sink because if we look at those battles, Like there's one level 5,000 unit, you know, in the first battle of Rush 3. There's nothing. You know, we look at the second one, it has 2 units. And it's also just like extreme units or some units with like not that great kits. So just looking at that stuff, you know, it's so easy. You can, as you said, you can auto it and it's no big deal. It doesn't take super long. And yeah, honestly, I like that a lot because I was also running dry on the blue medals actually. And I was debating whether or not I should exchange some of the golden coins for the blue coins so I could get more memories to awaken equips or, you know, stuff like this. Now I don't have to. And I really hope that this is a pattern where alternating every week there is a new rush resetting so we can always get those 25 big coins and those, I don't even know how many smaller coins.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to clarify. This new one that they added, will this reset every 2 weeks as well?
Probably. I mean, we have the first rush that's going to end at PvP reset, and this light is going to reset in the middle of the PvP season.
Yeah,
so I think
So it's always gonna be on
think it's
rotation.
going to reset.
Yeah, it looks like they have them.
Nice.
Looks like they're gonna have them staggered, where at least one of them resets every week.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I really hope they change nothing about. I hope they make no tweaks to this, right? Because I feel like if they do make an adjustment or a change to it, they're going to like nerf it a little bit. So I hope this just stays as is and it remains in the game for forever.
Yeah,
Too
I
OP,
agree.
please nerf.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I like it. And yeah, I also don't see anything bad with it because as Iron said, you auto it, you're done in like, I don't know, half an hour. You could just do it while you're watching TV or you're just, you know, doing something else and just reset the stages. Auto select the characters, go in, let it do its thing. 5 minutes later, come back, do it again. Boom, you're done.
Yeah. No, compared to like something like the Battle Gauntlet or even the regular Ultra Space Time Rush, like this is very, very quick.
Yeah, I feel like I think this Ultra Space Time Rush Light is almost quicker than autoing the first 69 stages of the Battle Gauntlet.
Probably. Probably,
dude.
man.
Bro, it probably is. I swear that's like a 30-minute ordeal. Like if you go from 0 to 69, like it actually it takes a while, bro.
It's like 15 to 30 minutes for sure, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm so fed up with the battle gauntlets. Don't get me wrong, I love them just because of the fact that we get the CC from it, you get the free Zenkais, but there's just sometimes you have so many that I'll set it to auto to do all the stages before I go to bed.
I will say
I just
though,
leave it on.
yeah, I will say though, I would rather do these than pay 7,000 for the Zenkai. So
Yep.
I definitely prefer it this way. Like if you're comparing this to how it used to be, I prefer it this way.
100%.
But yeah, it is pretty boring.
Well,
Which is
but
fine
they
though.
need
Free
to
Zenkai, free Zenkai is still free
exactly.
Zenkai.
They need to make you grind for it at least.
Yep.
You gotta play their game, man.
Yeah, if you haven't like finished the Battle Gauntlet to get the free Zenkais, you can exchange for these medals too.
That
Because they
is
will
true.
be appearing in the USTR later on.
Do you guys think they'll be updating the Zenkai shop soon since they added this light mode? Who would you like to see?
I mean,
mean,
well,
they-
who's up next to be joining? Like, I'm not
Yeah,
even on
who's
top
missing?
of this.
Here, I want to open up the shop right now.
I'm sure they'll update it. They'll be up. I mean, they always update it. Sometimes it just takes them long, but
We definitely
'cause
need
They had the Goku from the Battle Gauntlet, which was recent, so I imagine they'll be adding some of these Battle Gauntlet people soon.
bro, Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's not in there, is he?
He is not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
he's
love to
not.
see. I want both of the GT
Yeah.
Zenkais to be in there. Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Red Vegeta.
Also, now that LOE is back on the map, we need the Goats Red Metal Cooler and Yellow Final Form Frieza because they're
Yes.
so
Yeah.
good.
I need them.
Mm-hmm.
I need them, and then I also want the other ones that are more than like Kamikolo. I want the Super Vegeta in there and Kaioken Goku.
What about is his Super 17 in there? I don't think he is.
No, I don't think so.
He's
Nope.
probably about coming up on needing to be in there.
Yeah, they could just start putting all those guys in there, especially since just Zenkais are free going forward. So
Yeah,
The-
like
the
I
only
could
ones-
understand like back like earlier the way it was before. It made sense why they time gated these because people were actually paying 7,000 Chrono Crystals for each Zenkai. But yeah, nowadays, now that these Zenkais are free, I don't really see a reason to be limiting which ones are in that shop.
Yeah. I the only thing that I can understand is this, they just hold off on the Battle Gauntlet ones, right? That's the only ones that are currently like.
Yeah,
once
because
the
you're
Battle
grinding the
Gauntlet
Battle
ends-
Gauntlet for them
Yeah.
anyway. I mean, I guess the way I look at it is some of these older Zenkais that, you know, one day they were premium and people paid 7,000 for them, and now you really just can't get them because now, you know, they've said from now moving forward Zenkais are free, but there's still a bunch of Zenkais that were premium and you still cannot get for free. So I think they're just trying to, you know, keep like they're trying to make sure that those older Zenkais still maintain their value, I guess. But eventually, I'm hoping they just start tossing all of them into the rush shop.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So since I'm looking at the time, let's quickly move on. And the next part is something that Swift kind of got a little bit surprised about, but he really likes it. So we're going to talk about the new equip, Duel on a Vanishing Planet, the Frieza Saga Plat equip. So yeah, what are your thoughts?
Dude, yeah, this is actually a really good equip. 10% HP. You got double defenses, 15%, and then 30% blast attack. And I realized that it's actually for just all of Frieza Saga. So there's a lot of units there. I mean, Zenkai Nama Goku, even though he doesn't really see much game time these days, I mean, you could throw this equipment on him. Obviously, the Zenkai Full Power Frieza. Just any Frieza Saga Ultra Vegeta, I think you could throw this on. So there's definitely some options for this equipment, but it is a very damn good equipment. I mean, 30% blast attack, obviously a high number. And then you got double defenses and HP. So not only are you getting that blast attack, but you're actually, you know, you throw this on a unit and it's going to make them fairly tanky. I mean, double defenses and 10% HP is a really nice thing to have just for one equipment. So yeah, I don't know really what else there is to say about it other than I think it is a very, very good equipment. And yeah, I was surprised. I saw it was for just all of Frieza Saga. For some reason, I saw this and I was like, oh, this is only for Zenkai Frieza. But no, this is just Frieza Saga in general. So very, very good equipment here.
Yeah, this is a equip I thought we would get for every saga, but every saga's equip has been kind of different late. But this is a kind of a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Like base health is really what needed, double defenses, and then blast attack for 30%. Like it's kind of good. Not kinda, it's really good.
Yeah, this is a very good equipment, and I gotta say,
Kind of good-ish.
I like the idea of chasing these plat equips. Like they've been dropping a lot of plat equips on us recently. I think we all know how hard they are to grind, but it's one of those things. It's like when you finally get rewarded with that lucky roll, or you know you upgrade it and you see that Z or Z plus, and it's just a really good equipment to use on your units. I just like the chase of finishing these plat equips. So I realize they are very hard to roll if you're trying to do them like 100% free to play and you're just using slot removers and trying to get lucky. They are definitely hard. Obviously, the plat equips are way harder than regular equipments, but I kind of like it because you know you finally get to that shiny prize at the end of the road, and you know it feels good. So yeah, I like all these plat equips they're dropping. They just need to give Gogeta Blue his, and then we'll be good.
You mean the unique plat equip for?
Yeah, he needs. He needs his own unique plat.
Yeah, though I really like this equipment. What I don't like is why is it time? Like if it's only here in a certain time. Why is this not permanent in the game that you can farm? I hate these kind of things.
Yeah, I agree with that. I still say I think all equipment should be available, but
yeah, every equipment should be
ever do
available. Like really old equip, like sure they started with some equipment, but not all the old equipment is not there yet. They should be able to grind.
True.
Yeah, you should just be able to pull up the archive, look at what equipment you want, click on it, and it'll just take you to a place where you can grind it.
Yeah, instead when you click on it, it's like you cannot.
Yeah,
find it
dude,
at
I
this
hate
time.
that, bro. It's so annoying.
Even
It's
if
like-
you have to use like a special type of currency, just the fact that you can get it, I think it's just worth.
Yeah,
They could use those
Yeah.
event keys or something which you buy for rare medals.
because they
Yeah,
do the same
exactly,
thing in
dude.
Dokkan, right? Like you have a little time machine, you have those
Yeah.
little event keys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, because there's
I
certain
feel-
teams where there's like basically equipment that is almost required. And if you're somebody that's trying to like build a new tag and you're looking for these equipments and you can't even find them, there's certain situations where not having those equipments will really hinder how good your team is going to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like there are so many equipments, like for GT, there are for androids. There are many equipment that's you cannot farm anymore, and I kind of feel like sad.
And like, dude, wasn't it just like a month ago or something? There was way more plat equips in the Ultimate Equipment Collection shop, and now
But I think that
open it,
was
there's only
but
three.
that was Legends Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they
once the
took away a
festival
lot
ended.
of the plat, and the plat equips are the ones that, like I said, they're hard to grind, but when you finally get that good roll, it's gonna be like most likely a best in slot option. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, they did made a mistake when they removed every equipment and then Bardock LF came. They had literally like 2 days put back the anime original equipment. Oh, that is funny.
But yeah, definitely good equipment though.
Yeah.
I'm actually interested. I almost want to, like, because I haven't even grinded it yet, but I'm actually considering grinding it just to throw it on Namek Goku and try it on him. But I know Namek Goku already has some really good equipment options, so. But I think it'd be fun.
You
to
can
try on
always
him.
you can always just grind like one red C slot, so before it's gone, you have it,
right.
and then you can still upgrade it whenever, even if it's gone. At least you have this option.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna try and do, because eventually, an equipment like this, it's gonna be viable for sure.
Yes, sir. Alrighty. So with that, let's move on to our last topic for today, and that is the question: do you think they are going to release Zenkais every week now, Ironcane? And why should they not be on the weekends?
Yeah, man. Dude, they should have weekend exclusive Zenkais, man, where you could only farm them on the weekends. That would be so sick. But, it is what it is. But, yeah, no, I think, of course, it is, might be tough for some people to get these Zenkais every week. But, I mean, it's good for the Battle Gauntlet. You get free CC, you get a new powerful character, or hopefully a powerful character, but at the very least, a good bench. So I don't feel like there's any harm at this point. Now that Zenkais have gone free to play, there is no harm in having them every week. So I would be very happy for them to do so. Whether or not I think they will, who knows? But I would like it. More free CC, more viable units, or bench units. So I would definitely be down 100%.
Yeah, the Battle Gauntlet like every week is a big bonus. The only thing that could be hard is to actually grind every soul for every Zenkai. You can just grind it so it's Zenkai 7 and then you have it.
Yeah.
But you don't need to Zenkai soul boost it right away.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree with that.
battle-
You wouldn't want to do every single. If it did become a weekly thing, you wouldn't want to just do every single one.
Yeah, your resource is going to go
I
up.
was just going to
My-
suggest, fellas, there's
my
a perfect
Zenny-
time to grind. for
My
resources,
Zennies
and
are
that's
crying in the
weekend.
corner.
Ironcane.
But yeah, if you're going to grind the soul, the weekends is perfect because they double it. every-
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And
No,
Zen, don't
honestly,
forget
real,
Zenny.
real talk.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
that is
Zenny,
too.
bro. Oh my
Whether
god.
whether it's Zenny, Super Souls, whatever. If you're gonna grind for Zenkais, real talk. This isn't even just being the Legends Weekend guy. You should actually wait for the weekend. It's the best time.
Yeah.
Of the year.
Just don't grind it on the normal days because
It's just a
it's
waste.
not going
It's
to
not-
waste of energy and resources.
Mhm.
Somehow I always end up grinding a Zenkai in the middle of the week. I don't know how they do it. They time however they time these releases or whatever. Like, I swear, I always end up grinding Zenkais like in
killing
the
me,
middle
man.
of the week.
Because the weekend, as soon as the weekend ends, they are about to release the Zenkai.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then you
So
cannot farm for it.
I'm always
Yeah.
caught doing that. I need to start
Stock
grinding
up.
the stuff ahead of time on the weekend, and then when Tuesday comes
Yes.
around and it drops, I'm
Yeah,
ready.
for me, I usually farm every souls just in case if I want to Zenkai this unit right away, like Purple 21. That's what I did right away.
Yeah,
This
dude.
weekend.
I think Garesh,
Music to my ears.
last time I think he was on here, he was just like, what's the simplest fix to that? He was like, just have 9999 everything. And so I was
Exactly.
like,
Wait, what is the Zenny cap? Is there a cap
The
on Zenny?
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever hit it, if there is one.
Equip reroll just
I
drained me.
I haven't hit that as well.
I'm assuming it's probably just like 9999999, like 999 billion or whatever trillion.
Yeah, it probably is that. Well, I have not seen the cap, so it's kind of hard for me to say. But
Cap.
Bro, I'm always running out of Zenny, man. And I'm somebody that, like, whenever I have extra energy, I always just throw it into the Zenny stage. And
Yeah, same.
bro, I still think that they like silently increased the amount of like the Zenny cost on re-rolling equipments. But it's probably I'm just paranoid. But it feels like it. It feels like it. I run out of Zenny so quick.
Yeah, equipment rerolling, Zenkai Awakening, Soul Boosting is like,
especially the plat equips take so much.
Oh yeah,
the Zennies. Oh my god, and energy and souls like crazy. But
they
yeah,
also,
guys, if you want to grind the gauntlet, I do recommend to grind it up to 70 at least, because the auto is up to 69. And once you have 70, I know not everyone have the energy to finish the last 30, because oh my god, that is a chore to be sure. But since we are now almost for sure getting this every week, and we are going to see more Zenkais in this year than the last year, it's going to be very interesting to see how many Zenkais and what actually comes on top.
And I do like the idea of weekly Zenkai, because not only is it free to play, but that means there's going to be a lot of opportunities for some of these other tags to get some love. And I guarantee not all the Zenkais are going to be good. There's going to be a lot of like mid Zenkais, but I guarantee every once in a while, you know, we might see a really good Zenkai that's, you know, going to help out a tag that really needs it. So I think anything like that to help balance the meta a little bit and help, you know.
You mean like purple Samasu that no one expected to get a Zenkai?
Yeah, units like that where it's just, you know, they get their Zenkai and they're actually helping their tag a lot. I'm all for it. I'm all for stuff like that. So
agree.
Yeah, also HP bench Zenkais that are permanent on the team and can actually be used. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, like red God Goku.
Has that got a Zenkai yet?
No.
The original one? Oh, God Goku.
Soon.
Yeah, the God one with the crit buff too.
Yeah, he's got HP
Sure.
and crit. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
All right. I think before this goes any further, we're going to take a quick break because it's already kind of late, so we can answer a couple of your questions. I'm just going to make a cut here. And yeah, we'll be right back. So do what you got to do. 3 minutes. We'll see you on the other side. Alrighty, we are back, and MC of the day for your questions is going to be the one and only the Ironcane. Take it away.
All right, so I'm seeing one question here highlighted. A few videos and stuff back, Toshi said that they would alter the first stage of the bonus battle to 1 energy, and to this day, they have yet to do it. Do you think they forgot about it?
No, they actually didn't do that, but what they did is that they dropped more energy.
Yeah.
No, more souls. Sorry, not more energy. They dropped more souls 1, but they're still 2 energy.
Okay. Do you guys think that's enough, or do you think they should drop it down to 1 energy?
yeah, because I think it evens out that it drops more more souls for that stage 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's better there. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, I miss the days where you would get energy back from doing souls.
Oh yeah, the energy tickets.
Yeah, bro. I miss those days. But
that was so good.
The OG days, bro.
I did that a lot. Just to get the energies, because I got more energies than I wasted.
Dude, yeah, it was a good way to. You could grind your resources and you would still get energy back. So yeah, I miss those days. But that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on, we have another question. If we were to Zenkai Dabura, how would we make him more useful realistically?
Get him some tags, bro. Where the tags at?
Powerful opponent.
Yeah, dude. The sparking one and the EX one just are tagless, bro. No one.
Wait,
accepts
does he not have powerful opponent?
No, dude.
No.
If
tags.
they ever drop a new one, they better give him powerful opponent. I mean, he should be powerful opponent.
Yeah, dude. He clapped the mess out of Gohan, bro.
I think it's only because didn't fight Goku and it was not a match that was remembered, perhaps. I don't know. He was literally a pawn of Babidi.
Yeah. Or we'll just give him a Majin tag. Where's the Majin tag at then? You can give him that.
Yeah, we should probably do. They probably will do that when they cross over with Xenoverse, you know.
Yep.
That will be probably later, maybe this year, next year. We're please. Towa Mira, let it be in the game.
But honestly, if we were to give him a Zenkai, I don't think he would need a lot because he still holds, even though he's like a terrible unit, he's like so old. They would definitely need to overhaul his whole kit, give him some good uniques. But just the fact that he holds that green card is still a powerful component on its own, in my own opinion, right? Because you can use, because just like with Whis, even when Whis came out, like, yeah, he was good. He had good support. But just the fact that he held those green cards, right? Like, it's just a lot of people continued to use him after the fact, even when he was growing old in age in terms of like just kit related stuff. His stats are going down the drain. Yeah, people were still running him because of him holding that green card. And you see that he basically got replaced by Yajirobe because Yajirobe is just better all around now. But just him having those green cards is really powerful.
Sorry, yeah, but Yajirobe is the go.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Bura...
You got it.
Oh, the Bura, I kind of think like if he's getting a Zenkai, it's probably going to be Blue Majin Buu Saga, to be precise, because we did get the free to play, you know, Spirit Bomb Goku that does that to Frieza Saga.
Yeah.
Probably for the... That is a probability, might, maybe, who knows. But the Bura's kit, yeah, he needs to change a lot of things. Like his green card doesn't need to be cast this higher up every time you use it.
Bro, he needs Jesus, bro. He needs
He
God.
does, bro. Even the main ability, or the Z ability, I would love to see an overhaul on that. I know it's probably very unlikely that they do it because they didn't even want to do it for the yellow Frieza who only buffs yellow, but this guy only buffs blue, right? So
yeah.
I would love to see an overhaul on that, just to change that.
They will not do it. Like the yellow Frieza has that with his color. They made a leader system for that purpose.
Yeah.
For Babidi.
So they don't
for Deborah, yeah.
Oh, what if we got a Babidi, bro? A Babidi, Deborah, like Babidi comes in and then Deborah got to Zenkai.
Assist unit.
Yeah,
I'm actually surprised we
the
don't have a
Babidi
Babidi. Like, honestly.
That would have been a good assist unit.
Yeah.
There are so many units I want into the game, like the tags and duel. Please let the animation be good as Khalifa and Kale. I was so disappointed with the Goku Black and Zamasu.
Yeah.
Like that was so
booty,
stale
man.
comparison.
Yeah.
They need to up their animation. That's what I want.
Yeah, I was just gonna say for Dabura, maybe just like with the green card, just make his green card more powerful. Just because since he holds it, that'd be more interesting. But moving on to our next question here, I see. What do you guys think was the worst performing LF of last year in terms of where they were on the top grossing chart?
Wait, so who do we get? We got Future Gohan, we got Kid Buu, we got Rose, Gogeta.
Wait, on terms of
Super
top
Saiyan 4
grossing,
Goku.
or?
Top grossing, yeah, top grossing.
Okay.
Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Kid Buu. I already said that. Merge Zamasu, Revival Gohan. Who came after that? Full Power Frieza, Evo Vegeta, Ape Vegeta. I could see Ape Vegeta actually. Ape Vegeta or Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
I would say Kid Buu.
I don't know.
I feel like no one pulled for Kid Buu, bro. Like he was so good too, but I think people only started pulling after they found out how good he was. But by that time, it was already too late.
They pulled more for Angel Vegeta because it was such a good support for the Saiyan tag.
Yeah,
overall.
exactly. People were chasing more so after Angel Vegeta, which is crazy.
What about LF4Ku? When did he come out?
Yeah, also last year. I think after Kid Buu. I think he was he the last LF before the anniversary?
Dude, I feel like most people skipped him. Like there was a couple people that went for him, but I feel like a lot of people skipped him.
Because also the banner changed where he was the only unit, right? So he was the only new unit, I think, on that banner. And I mean, his kit is just trash. So like, yeah people saw, okay, his animations look really cool. Like I'm gonna give him that. But the unit was so bad that I think I would agree that a lot of people skipped him too.
I'd probably say him, LF4Q, because like while Ape Vegeta now in this meta is like not really being used just because he's red and doesn't do much nowadays. I feel like when he first came out, all of the Saiyan mains summoned, or not, maybe not all, but a lot of Saiyan mains summoned for him because he gave Saiyans endurance. So
yeah, a ton of people summoned for him.
I'd probably say LF4Q. I can't think of anybody else.
I feel like 4Q is hyped though, like on its own. Like I know people like he sucked, right? Like he was really bad.
I mean, at
but-
the time it was hype because
Yeah.
of hackers tried to.
Yeah,
grind
that
using
too.
the
True.
system.
When that glitch was going around, the Oxo
Yeah.
or Truco glitch or whatever it was, but
Yeah.
people were
Yep.
like going ham on that banner. I feel like, dude.
Yep. With the glitch and everything in the store, many had them 14 star.
The only good thing that came out of that hack, honestly, bro, is when I would come across a 14-star super or a 4Q in co-op, I was so happy. I was like, carry me, please, dude.
But the thing is that this still would not affect top grossing because top grossing, I believe, is how much money actually goes through, right? And the money never went through with the Oxo.
That's true. That's
That
true.
is-
I
that is
feel
true.
like the Evo Vegeta would have been the one then because everyone was hyped for the Evolution Vegeta.
But we were talking about the worst performing, right?
Yeah, the worst
Oh,
performing.
worst
Yeah,
performing.
that's why I said
Oh,
Kabu
okay.
because I think he was like the least hype of 2021.
I could see that argument.
I would
'cause
say-
think
I
a
would
lot
say
of people
still Super
overlooked
Saiyan
how
4.
good Kid Buu actually was.
That could be. But Angel Vegeta was also on that banner.
Yeah.
And I feel like also, you know, the banner change because I think Kid Buu was right before Super Saiyan 4. And basically, you
I
know,
still-
then having the LF step up banner, which is one new unit, it's kind of shitty.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still think, with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he was the only new unit in that, and the only reason why many people pulled was because of the glitch. If that was not the case of all, I think that unit would have been worse grossing on that. At least for me.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I
Okay.
feel like we can move on.
Um,
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Another question was what all-star unit do you guys think was the most impactful on the meta on release?
Ooh, All Stars. Ooh, Demon King Piccolo.
All-Stars?
Transforming Demon King
Maju.
Piccolo. Oh,
Maju.
Maju. That's a good one.
Frieza.
Oh, you know what?
Ah.
Yeah, just talking like right now. Yeah, Frieza.
Oh yeah, if it's right now, yeah, absolutely
Frieza.
Frieza. But
mean, if it's all time-
of the release,
I feel like Frieza made a big splash just because he put a team like back on the map like with the stomp, you know? Like Majub, sure, but GT was already kind of good at the time. Wait, when did Majub come out again? Was it after anniversary? Before?
yeah, there was,
It was
after anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like GT was already so premium at that point where, you know, there's we already have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which was kind of laughed at the time because, you know, he was not having his plat equip. We had the Super 17 Zenkai, Super Saiyan 4 Zenkais, all this stuff that was given to GT. And of course, new level of power, Nova Shenron. How could I forget him? And Ice Shenron. So I feel like he didn't make that big of a splash as the transforming Frieza, the revival Frieza did right now.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Which all-star units make the biggest impact on the meta when they first came out?
That is a good question.
It's a very good question.
Yeah, the all-star units.
The dogs.
Yeah, because when we're looking back at him too, because Piccolo, Stretchy Arms Piccolo, I don't think he did anything.
Birdku, not that
nah,
much.
Not that much. I mean, he's great in TOP, but.
But you said Demon King Piccolo. I think I would accept that too. I think he also
like
did
Yeah,
him.
no, he.
the
Yeah,
purple
he was
one.
really good. Majub, I mean, obviously, even to this day, is still being used.
Yeah.
True.
Majub, definitely a good one. I mean, Clapku wasn't horrible. You know, when Clapku came out, a lot of people overlooked him, but then, you know, a couple months later, I think people kind of realized the value that he brought to God Key. But obviously nowadays, he doesn't get used much
Yeah.
by anyone really other than myself. And even myself, I use him every once in a while. I'm not using him like all the time. So
honestly, I would accept Clapku just to show love for you, Swift. I would accept.
Well, dude,
God
he
Key.
really did make God Key a lot better when
Yeah.
he came out. Like, giving God Key that revival option, and not only did he give God Key revival, but you combine that with Vados with, like, the infinite healing, and then you
Yeah.
combine that with either GB, Evolution, or even God Vegeta. There was a lot of good synergy on that setup.
It was solid, bro. That was your OG, your dream team, bro. I remember watching your YouTube videos of Vados, God Vegeta, and Clapku, bro, and you were
Yeah, that team
clapping it
was-
up, man.
Yeah, I ran that team for a long time. That was a...
Bruh,
Pretty
Rising
viable
Rush
team back in the day.
Control.
Yeah. And then you had like the infinite cover changes with God Vegeta. Like whenever you wanted, he could just stop the combo. That was a
Yep.
pretty fun team.
Since we're talking about God Key, Swift, I feel like this question should be in your wheelhouse. Since LoE has gotten massive buffs improvement, to get God Key on the map, what Zenkais do you think they would need to get him in a similar spot?
So for God Key, in my opinion, they really need a good, viable green unit, and they also need a good, viable endurance unit because they do it, or just a new revival. But they do have revival with Clapku still. But if they gave God Key like a really, really good green unit, so to answer your question for a Zenkai, I'm trying to think who would be they could just Zenkai Vados. I don't know. Let me look back at some of the OG God Key units. But yeah, I really think God Key just needs like a viable green unit or a viable endurance or new revival.
If we're thinking about an endurance unit, you could Zenkai's the old red Samasu.
No.
I mean, he's an option, but he would just get tore up from Ultra Gogeta.
Also, I
Even
don't
with
want him
how
on
tanky
regen.
he'd be. But that would
What
be a
about
cool
the-
Zenkai.
What about the green Elf Vegeta?
Yes.
Yeah, he needs a
Yeah.
Zenkai. Yep. That's actually probably my top choice would be Zenkaiing the green LF Vegeta. Now the only issue with that is he would also buff Future, but at the same time, I think we're at the point now I wouldn't even care. I would just like to see him get a Zenkai for God Key. So he would actually be amazing because he supports the team. Like he has support stuff built in his kit. Like every time he uses a card, he's basically buffing up the entire team. And he also has that ability where I think he can reduce his own sub count as well and stuff like that. Yeah, shortens sub count by 1 when the enemy striker blasts. So, I mean, he's got some really good stuff in his kit. And, now that God Key doesn't really have Vados, I don't think Vados is a viable option for God Key these days. I think green LF Vegeta getting a Zenkai would really, really help the team.
Yeah, I agree. But now, honestly, I want to ask you a follow-up question that's extremely related to it. So because you said that it would buff Future, right? Do you think who would win in the battle versus Zim Zam versus a Zenkai for this LF Vegeta?
Bruh.
It depends how good they would make the green Vegeta. I do think if they gave him some juicy 3rd and 4th uniques, you could definitely argue he'd be the better option because, he's got that locking in ultimate. He picks up card draw speed. I think he gets like 2 times card draw speed when he pops the main. He's got a lot of really good things in his kit. So if they gave him a really juicy 3rd and 4th unique, and you combine that with the Zenkai stats and, you make sure you fully soul boost him and all that, I think there could be an argument for Vegeta. But, I will say 14-star Zimzam is pretty good. Like, they are so tanky. It's so hard to take them down. Even with the purple unit, I've experienced where I'm comboing with, like, Super Vegito or the Blue Boys, and it's just so hard to get through the Zamasu Assist unit. So I think it heavily would depend, like, what uniques they would give Vegeta.
Yeah, that is true.
For the Zenkai, but... Dude, honestly, I'm hoping we get that Zenkai at some point soon. Like, I feel like we'll definitely get it at some point this year.
Yeah,
I mean, isn't he
Alrighty.
kind of the next one?
I think so.
So yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, and that is the closing statement for this week's podcast. So yeah, if you want to rewatch it, it'll go live in about 25 hours on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, then make sure to follow us on Twitch to catch the podcast live next time as well. And we might answer your questions in chat too. As always, don't forget to follow our content creators on their respective YouTube, Twitter, Twitch channels. You'll see the Twitter handles, and it'll also be in the description down below. It'll be in chat right now on Twitch. And we will be back next week with episode 72 of the Ultra Spacetime podcast. Until then, have a great week, stay safe, and we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Peace. Later.
Ta-ta, everyone.
Peace. I mean, like this weekend.